Nobody cares about what I have to say. A self-limiting belief that hinders our growth and our success. Let's talk about it. Roll. Welcome back to another video. We've been exploring this whole idea of self-limiting beliefs and how it relates back to the moment we start feeling like we want to give up. I've listed that series on giving up and the 3 questions to be asking, so do take a look and maybe even binge watch a whole bunch of them so you can get the idea of what and how those 3 questions apply and how they help you through those moments. Nobody cares what I have to say. Nobody cares what I talk about. Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares. This mentality we get into is us focusing in on the reactions that people give to us based on what we're saying. And it applies to business, careers, family, friends. It applies to everything. It's that moment where you are getting that negative feedback, if at all any feedback. It usually happens during situations where you want to speak your mind, yet you're getting this negative feedback, and then all of a sudden those reactions you're getting, it stops you from continuing, puts you into this spin of negativity, negative chatter starts, and of course, well, the self-limiting belief pops in and you focus on it, not allowing you to continue on what you need to be doing. I had a client I was talking to who's dealing with this. They can't figure out what content to make because in their mind, they're saying, nobody really cares about what I have to say. Nobody cares. Are you sure? And I know this client's gonna be watching it, so I'm not gonna say names, but watch the whole thing and make sure you like and subscribe. The truth of the matter is, when we're creating content, we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know who's gonna watch it. We don't know if it's gonna be watched, not gonna be watched. Is it gonna go viral? Is it not gonna go viral? How does this all relate to what we're talking about? Well, we don't, especially when it's online. We don't know when we post a picture if people are gonna like it or hate it. We don't know, we don't know, we don't know. What we do know is that on average, somebody will like it. At least one person will. And as long as one person finds change in the message we're bringing, then I think we're halfway to where we want to be, because the rest of it is acknowledging that, hey, there's more people out there, we just don't know how to deliver the message. Not necessarily the message not being good. Now, in any aspect that you look at it, from any kind of client who comes up and goes, well, I don't know what content to make, it all applies the same way. They're worried that their content that they're going to be creating is not going to be valuable. And then they look at the whole idea, and since they've already tried to post a few things over the years, they haven't gotten that good feedback and they haven't really seen the results. So they go, nah, social media is not for me, even though they know they need to be doing it in order to grow their business. And then this negativity pops in, and as that negativity grows, well, they start to, instead of thinking, hey, what other things can I work on to make my content more valuable and to see it grow with regards to how many people are seeing it, well, they focus on that idea that nobody cares. And I mean, people will ask me, well, how do you keep up with making videos every day? You only have, like, you know, at the time of this recording, like 319 subscribers. The reality is, I'm making evergreen content. I'm making content that serves a purpose right now, and I'm making a content that's going to serve a purpose down the road when the channel does grow. Now, I could make viral type content and hope that, hey, it's going to pick up at least 1, 2, 3 videos, and then I'll gain subscribers, but that's not what I'm trying to do right now at the point with this channel. I'm not focusing on picking up what's in the trends and making videos about those trends. I'm making it based on the questions that I get asked a lot. I'm making it based on the authority level that I'm trying to create with the feedback I receive from people who do watch it, so that I move in a general direction where I know people will appreciate what I'm doing. And then at the same time, I'm making it in a way where I'm authentic to what I'm trying to deliver as a message. Authenticity is critical when we're going online. And even though I'm not getting a lot of subscribers, I am getting views. And even though I'm not getting that base of community I'm trying to build online right now, this serves a great purpose because anybody that comes to me for help, I refer them back to YouTube and I'm like, watch my videos. If you like how I talk, like what I'm talking about, like what I'm delivering as a message, and you like my personality, then sign up. You're gonna get the same person. You're not gonna get anybody else. So this is how this looks in general. We're looking at it from perspective of, what's the self-limiting belief? Well, we're going to back up a bit. Step one is, what is the actual problem we're being faced with? What is the challenge? When we say people don't care, where are we coming up with this idea? Nobody cares what I have to say is a critical statement that we make, and it usually happens when we are expressing ourselves and we get either negative feedback or no feedback at all, which is the example of online media a lot of the time. Or you're gonna get this feedback from people like trolls, and you're gonna be like, okay, and you either laugh it off or you get really upset and you don't make better content. In family, friends, career paths, in business, while we're dealing with clients, we're gonna get the same thing. We're gonna be talking and people are gonna not pay attention to us, or they're gonna give us negative feedback. Is it that they don't care, or is it other things that we can look at? So your step one is to analyze what could be the other things that are affecting the delivery of my message that I'm trying to make. Which, of course, we first look at the communication. Are we struggling with our communication style? Do we need to change that? We can also look at the timing. When are you delivering that message? Do people actually want the message you're trying to give right now? Because I can tell you, I could give you all the advice in the world, but if you don't want it right now, you're not going to use it, and it's a waste of everybody's time. What are other people dealing with in their lives? I'm working with an individual, and hey, they might be going through whatever in their life, and they might take it out on me sometimes. I have to be aware that if I'm doing what I know is right, and I'm following my integrity, and I'm following my purpose in life, my mission, and my actual idea of where I want to be, well, then my values are concrete, my principles are concrete, my integrity is concrete. So why would anything I'm doing affect them? Well, clearly something else is happening. Now, if I've offended somebody or something has happened, I've messed up, usually I can pick up on it, but if I can't, people usually tell me because they realize that my authenticity is there on a standard. So that's simple. Why am I putting those thoughts in my head about other people's problems? Step two is addressing this idea and saying to yourself, all right, there are these other factors. How can I go get some help on those so I can deliver this message better so that people can value me more as an individual expressing this idea? Now, this is again a self-limiting belief that's come up, and you're focused on people not caring about you and not caring about what you have to say. So it's not a, you just turned off, just flick of a switch. It takes time. In fact, it takes a lot of time, a lot of practice, and this is the timeline that you're going to be creating in the next step, where you go, hey, I'm going to follow through on these steps, where each day I'm going to go practice something new, where I've identified that I need to practice on to improve that skill set. I worked on my communication skills, and I have to work even harder to continue to grow my communication skills. And I can tell you this, I've gotten way better on camera because I've been practicing every day to get better. So don't tell me that you're a great communicator and that you're great at timing and you're great at everything. Observe yourself. Really be critical and be accountable, which is our last step. Look at this idea and focus on accountability. What are you doing to be accountable in this process that you're taking? What will happen is that you will start to move forward in a step-by-step approach, where your mindset will start to move away from the focus of that nobody cares about me, and it will be really focused and staying on that idea of where do I need improvement on. And what will happen is, as you're being accountable, well, as things start to move forward and you see negatives and positives pop up, but you're seeing a general direction of, oh, that positive goodness forward in that direction you want to go, well, that self-limiting belief will just suppress itself automatically. You don't even have to try. All you need to do is focus on that accountability, on you making improvements in these other areas of communication, on you delivering that message with the timing, and understanding and valuing and appreciating other people's issues that they have, and they're bringing them to the table where you can address them face value and say, hey, I don't appreciate what you're saying right now. I do appreciate whatever's going on, and I think you're bringing it to work, you're bringing it back home to the family, you're bringing it to the friendship, etc. and so on, and really move forward knowing that it's that idea of that self-limiting belief is that you're creating it. You're assuming, and then you're believing that assumption that people don't care about you. My name is Nicholas Rentas. This is mentorsapproach.com. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Of course, hit the subscribe button to get your daily motivational idea to get you moving in the right direction. And of course, leave your comment below. Leave your story. What are some things that have gone through your mind with this idea of this limiting self-belief, of nobody caring about what you have to say? What have you done to work on it? What's helped? What hasn't? Leave your story below, because who knows, somebody might be watching it and you might help change your life.
Snow again.